What is up, guys? Welcome back to a new Dawn of War Soulstorm cast brought to you by Dusty Minister. And so for today, we got another game played between Bloody Monster playing as Necrons versus Nekki playing as Orks. This time, they're playing on Fata Morka. I was kind of hyped about last time these guys met, which was the last game that I just casted. But I figured that was fire, so I want to do another one. They have several games against each other. So I want to cover them all. Or not them all, don't worry about that. I'll just take these two, don't worry. I'm going to stop after this one. So we got, on the bottom side, we got Nekki. Goes for 2 Slugger Boys. Gretchen, the Boys Hut, Shooter Boys, get that generator. You know, the classic opening by Orks. And on the top side, we got Bloody Monster playing as Necrons. Same opening as last game. The third Scarab will get out here and capture this this point. This might be the most exposed of them all, but this one is not that that close to the base either. So it's not like Battle Marshes where it's easier to choose which one you want to cap first, but I think this one is the best to choose. And now we get our... yeah, it's the exact same opening as last game. Necron Lord right after. Let's see if Nekki is going to be just as offensive as he was last game. Already these Slugger Boys are doing some things here, but they're just going to capture this critical location. That's fine. Doesn't look like they want to try and capture any of these kinda outer points. So maybe not as aggro, but we're gonna see. I think these Shooter Boys might actually have an idea to get up here, but they probably just looked for a Scarab that could decap this. So good on Nekki to not let that happen in any way, shape, or form. Bloody Monster just doing his thing, building up his economy. Probably as soon as he can gets the Summoning Core, which will be in about 30 power, because he's building his last plasma generator. Yeah. I'm always so proud when I can calculate stuff, but to be honest, I've seen this opening so many times, so it's at this point very standard. There's nothing to be proud of. This Builder Scarab will go down though. No. Because Bloody Monster reacts like a king. Okay, teleport actually. Not gonna do much, but actually going to have a bigger... You can see the Big Meg does dumb damage to this plasma generator. Actually delays the building of the Summoning Core. Actually, Necron Lord is not going to have fun with this, so he needs to be a little careful with this. I know he's relatively tanky, but he's taking a lot of damage from Shooter Boys and the Big Meg. So delaying the plasma generator build a tiny bit. This Summoning Core being delayed a tiny bit, so that's okay. Haven't lost anything so far. Probably going to lose the Shooter Boy though. Okay. It's a bit of a back and forth. Also lost some HP on this Necron Lord, but let's not deny the same thing happened to the Big Mac. Nekki seems like he has a little bit more of a stable early game. He's going to lose this critical location. Again, Bloody Monster gets out of the base fast. And these Scarabs will do the same against this critical location here. As you can see, Bloody Monster, he doesn't hide in his base. He actually gets out with his Scarabs. Good. Yeah, now capturing this relic. And yeah, getting his 7th generator, and now he's going for the disruption field, Bloody Monster that is. This, on the other hand, seems a little more heavy on tier 1.5, that he actually wants to fight Orks at this point. And even though Orks has a really, really strong tier 1.5 with Pilo Guns, speaking of Pilo Guns, he has Pilo Guns right now. It's not going to add up against Necrons. I think Necrons at this point, I think we can conclude they have the strongest of them all with Flayed Ones and stuff. But we don't get Flayed Ones though. We do get the Awakened Monolith, so it's kind of the same opening, but we still get the upgrade for these Necron Warriors. And we also got this Heavy Boy armor upgrade for Orks that's going to help them a lot. Big shooters are also coming in here. Big Mac doing some work here. While, okay, so we have 3 shooter boys. Interesting. Okay, lots of investments, actually, from Nekki. I like this. It's going to be a little problematic for Bloody Monster because he has no Flayed ones to answer for this. I don't know if Nekki saw it coming that there will be no Flayed ones, so I'm just going to murder these Necron Warriors instead. The Disruption Field, did that get cancelled? I think it got cancelled. So instead we got tier 2. So it is kind of the same strategy from Bloody Monster. But Nekki is going even harder early game here. Okay. Again, good map movements by Bloody Monster. He want to contest these captures. But can he contest this Orc army? I'm not sure about it. Really, really strong right now for Orks. Because they doubled down on tier 1.5. Got the pile of guns. 45 population cap. Now get the Blastia research. That is going to be very, very tough to deal with. Yeah, now we get the Flayed ones, but honestly, I think it's a tiny bit too late. A tiny bit. Don't want to question the King, Bloody Monster himself, but these shooter boys are really, really, really powerful right now. It's really strong, ranged army right now. We have no disruption field for these Necron Warriors. We don't have the Necron Warrior upgrades. So they're not gonna be so tanky. A bit of an engagement in here. Good reaction from Nekki. He reacts very fast. Doesn't want to lose his shooter boys that quickly. Now Flayed ones are coming in. So these guys can just leave, and I would imagine Big Mac could just teleport these other guys out. There's no reason to lose too much. Okay. The Flayed ones are going to focus these guys instead. So looks like Nekki is going to stay. However, I think he has to leave now because now the Wraith is coming in here. Yeah, he leaves. Are we getting tier 2 from Orks? Yeah, we're getting tier 2. Okay. So this game reminds me a lot on the game that I just casted with Battle Marshes. We just have a back and forth over here. That's funny. But yeah, it reminds me a little bit of it. A little more offensive in the early game from Nekki. He has denied this relic. Idling here with the shooter boys, there's no reason for that because... Okay, there is a reason. But he could stay up here. One Slugger Boy squad could capture the relic or the critical location, and the other one could actually beat up these Scarabs. Like in this case. Oh, that's so annoying.
5 minutes until take and hold victory.
Greater Summoning Core now coming in for Bloody Monster. It's gonna give him access to Destroyers, and Destroyers will deal really well with these shooter boys. I think Tank Busters would be smart. But looks like he wants to do the same thing again. We get these Nob squads. Yeah, get out of here, Nekki. This is a very, very strong Necron army. Even though they don't have the upgrade.
Where's the fighting?
Yeah, now we get the turret here from Bloody Monster. He wants to secure this position. Strategic points and relics and even critical locations and stuff. They are useful for Necrons, so don't sleep on that, guys. It's very important to get production speed. And like critical locations also gives you vision and stuff, so it's not just something you can ignore as Necrons. A lot of people keep mentioning, oh, they only have to focus on power. That's such a good, effective thing. No. They have to focus on production speed as well. And if you don't do that, you are a bad Necron player. Now, engagement here from Nekki, and yeah, Bloody Monster, he's not having any of it. He knows what's going on here. He knows what Orc is cooking. But here's the thing, though. One thing I will say here is that Nekki is not getting attacked by Necrons. I think this is a very, very massive difference. Like, Necrons are not in his base destroying anything. At least so far. Yeah, Orks needs to get out of here. They are losing this all day long. Wraiths are going to be annoying. There's still a lot of Necron warriors, upgraded or not. They're still out here. Even the destroyers are in here. Like Necron warrior or Necron lord doing his thing.
6 minutes
Yeah.
until taking hold victory.
Okay, we're killing the Wraith, I think. Yeah, we did. Interesting sync kill. It didn't really make sense, but yeah, it was. It happened. Not upgraded these listening posts, so they are very exposed. I will say that. But looking at Orks, he is population capped in terms of army. Now gonna go for some war trucks, which is okay. Now going to destroy this ghost herd. But yeah, war trucks will be really, really good for these shooter boys when they get tied up and stuff. This listening post will go down very fast. Also having a bit of an exchange in here. These slugger boys are going to die. Slugger boys over here as well. Okay. I'm not sure what Nekki is doing with these knob squads, to be honest. But at least he's disengaging now. That's good. Got a war truck. We also get these tank busters. I like that. Like, Nekki is playing the map way better here. Maybe it is also easier for him to play this map, but he makes sure that he can be attacking on several fronts. It's him who's on the offense 24/7. Looks like Nekki recovered this area pretty easily. Good engagement here. Okay. Could have been I thought that it was going to be worse, but looks like Bloody Monster responded well. These tank busters are getting detected, and that's because of this this Wraith. It detects stealth as well. Necron Warriors is taking some damage here. Still no upgrade for them. Good John Cena beam here. Yeah, these tank busters are getting countered basically, but here we get an engagement in here. Jumping the immortals, but Bloody Monster responds really well. He jumps out with the immortals. Okay, good play by Nekki. He actually got out of this deadlock that he was in. Keep going for war trucks. I like that. When you have so many shooter boys and tank busters on top of it, it's really good to get the war trucks. It makes it so they don't die to random engagements by Wraiths and stuff. Or even Necron Lord, who, by the way, is in the middle of one big Orc horde. Speaking of Orcs, they are probably going tier 3, or no, they are not getting tier 3. They just have 65 population right now. These Necron warriors are feeling more and more useless with time. They're so squishy, but to be honest, Bloody Monster doesn't really invest in them. He goes for destroyers instead. Yeah, but keeps attacking on both fronts. So he's not letting Bloody Monster just focus on one side. And he's not letting Bloody Monster attack him on every single front here. It's him who is in control right now. This is what I mean with the word tempo. Like, you're always a step ahead because you are in control. You are on the offense. And you are the proactive one, whereas Bloody Monster is the reactive one. But speaking of reactions, actually, Bloody Monster's reaction is, I'm gonna go tier 3. But what about Orks? No tier 3. We just keep getting generators, though. Okay. 6 generators for Orks. Okay. It's not completely unheard of. But it definitely means that we want to get a bunch of vehicles. Or it usually means that, I would say. Also getting the global for power as well on top of it. If we look at Necron's vision, you can see that he's completely caught in this whole area here. However, he is well fortified. So he's ready to whatever is coming his way. And speaking of what's coming his way, Nob Squad's engaging in here. Good stun on this destroyer, actually. We need to focus. Oh my god, but we get the Necron Lord response. This is so annoying, this phase shift here. Okay. Okay, we are able to go for tier 3 here for Orks. And we are doing it. We get the Orky Fort. I really wanted this to be Orky 40. It sounds more corny. But we're not getting it, we're just getting Orky Fort. Yeah. Going to be interesting to see how this works tier 3. How this matchup works tier 3. Get the second global for Necrons, so they're gonna have a fire eco very soon. Also getting this Lord Destroyer. Lord Destroyer is pretty good unit. It can possess vehicles. That is what they are most famous of. Good tier 3 unit. Pretty decent stats as well. We also get this energy core. My god, are we getting like tier 4? Looks like we're getting a really, really long game. I think tier 4 is actually favored towards Orks because their tier 4 is so ridiculous. We have a bit of a stun in here, I think, for these Orks. We have an engagement here from Nob Squads. It means that these Orks won't be able to do anything right now. Yeah, now getting in here, that's good. I think that ability is pretty bugged in general. We'll get the ability in here again. It's a Lord Destroyer ability. We have a bunch of destroyers in here. Don't really have any anti-vehicle from Orks. Well, we have some tank busters, so I'm kind of lying here. But they're stunned. Okay. This Lord Destroyer could, in theory, possess this war truck. Now, this war truck is getting potentially possessed. But it is easily countered. Just has to get out of range. I'm always fascinated about watching Necron's late game because there's always things that I need to like learn and stuff. So I always learn when I see very late game Necrons. I'm always excited to see that. Makes me want to research and know more about them. Lots of vehicles here from Bloody Monster. I like it. Oh, and we're getting instantly tier 4 here from yeah, we're getting tier 4 from Orks. I don't think... Okay. I will predict that this is not going to be good for Necrons. Again, the annoying ability here coming in. This probably will be possessed in time. Yeah, Nekki actually gets out. Yeah, and now this is Bloody Monster's vehicle. I love Necrons. But yeah, I'm gonna make the prediction that Orc will win tier 4. I just don't think you can compete with like looted tanks and squiggeth and stuff. I don't care about your monolith. It's not gonna add up to what Orcs brings to the table in tier 4. But speaking of tier 4, we get the monolith actually. So monolith, really strong relic unit, especially when there's units behind them and support and repair speed and stuff. However, we get a lot of these Necron warriors were in this. It's so weird to see they were in this transport unit. Yeah, okay.
3 minutes until taken all victory.
Yeah, now the monolith is in here. Will we get a squiggeth to respond to this? I think this Orc army is pretty good to go, but I mean, we are talking about the monolith. Get a second monolith, so this is what I mean. If you want to keep on upgrading and doing stuff in this monolith, might as well get 2 to increase the production of units. These critical locations has been fighting over 24/7. This stun ability didn't hit. I don't remember this ability's name. I rarely see it. I'm gonna check up on it. Maybe I'm gonna put on something on the screen. It's funny, every single time I say I'm gonna put something on the screen, I never do it because I'm lazy when I edit my videos, I think. Well, I'm not lazy, but I'm probably a little lazy. Am I lazy? I'm probably lazy. Honestly, we need the squiggeth because this monolith is doing some nasty stuff right now. Nekki's army is really strong, don't get me wrong. Lord Destroyer is getting absolutely destroyed. We also have the War Boss, the coolest commander in the game. Iconic, super iconic. The way he walks is like a true boss. Yeah, really sick. These Nob squads got absolutely slaughtered, by the way. Oh, come on. I want to see that squiggeth. Looks like we have a second Dubois shot. And we can do that because the Slugger Boys at this point are free. Lord Destroyer tries to possess this looted tank and it's not gonna make it. Restored Monolith is going on the front line. This will potentially make or break the game. Orcs has a decent response, I think. These Lord Destroyers keep being a problem. Oh my god, will we get another possession? This whole thing... Oh, we deleted the looter tanks. Yeah. Nekki's like, there's no way I'm giving away my looter tanks. F you. We're getting our second looter tanks here. So no squiggeth. Yeah, and you see here, this monolith had to disengage. Why? Because what does he have behind him? Not a lot. So even though the restored monolith is pretty good, you can't just walk in one-man army just against this whole army here. Okay, that's not how you use your relic units. The closest we can get to that is probably the Baneblade, and even that you can't do it. So, Bloody Monster disengaging immediately. Orks is gonna... Looks like they want to do some stuff on the other side. Don't really have anything over here. We don't have any vision. We just focus so much over here. So let's see. Engagement here from Bloody Monster. Nekki is going to show up here very soon. He's gonna show up here. We use the fighting juice for these flash kits so they won't die when engaging this turret. Yeah, long-term Bloody Monster actually has to do something about this. Lots of damage even on buildings for these flash kits. Yeah, this destroyer has to disengage as well. Yeah, we're getting the Squiggoth. I love this from Nekki. I love this from Nekki. I think he's playing really, really smartly. Also, obviously, getting the critical locations. Bloody Monster is slowly losing control over this game, honestly. Lord Destroyer getting in here as well.
5 minutes until taken hold victory.
Yeah, and we keep getting Slugger Boys, and they are basically just being a bunch of kamikaze soldiers. But they are buying time. I don't know if you guys saw my cast where I actually at some point thought that getting like a bunch of the boys hot and just spamming Slugger Boys was troll, because I pathetically forgot about the upgrade where they are completely free. So I thought that game was a troll. We got probably a Guinness World Record of dead orcs. So that was a bit interesting, that game. That was Calvin Klein going up against Scoops. But in this game, we have the same situation. Lots of the boys huts getting free Slugger Boys and just gonna run into this monolith. Honestly, if we look at the map, right? There's so much vision for Nekki. He's playing on every single side of the map. Whereas Bloody Monster, he's a little caught over here. He doesn't have control at all over here. He's losing control in the middle. Why is that? Because we have the Squiggoth, but we get the we get the Nightbringer. Okay. Usually you see the other guy who possesses squads, but the Nightbringer is definitely not bad if it goes 1v1. I think it has a wonky attack animations and stuff. So if you move fast and stuff, he's a little wonky to use as a relic hero. Not as a relic hero, but tier 4 unit. The Squiggoth going over here and doing some havoc instead. I really think Nekki is in control, and it's just about time before Bloody Monster will lose this. But if there is one guy who can prove me wrong in that regard, it's definitely Bloody Monster. Looks like we wanted a stun ability here on the Squiggoth, but apparently it didn't work. Oh gosh. Normally I stop looking at stats, guys, but I'm gonna do that. I want to see if we get more killed orcs here. We want to go for the Guinness World Record in how many dead Slugger Boys we can get. Right now Calvin Klein has that record. Well, it looks like Nekki is trying to be... He's kind of trying to do the same here. But he is playing smarter, I feel like. This monolith has literally not done much. It's just been over here chilling, killing lots of Slugger Boys. But instead, we get a bit of a response over here by Bloody Monster. Well played by him. All these flash kits are dying, yeah. Okay, good. Where's the Squiggoth? It's over here. We are... This is our... Oh my god, we get repairing of the Squiggoth. I love it. Apparently we can repair the Squiggoth. It's so dumb. Yeah. Sometimes you're trying to think about, like, what were these guys smoking when they developed this? Like, look at this. Why are we repairing the Squiggoth? Some guy will probably say, oh, they're repairing his equipment and stuff. Shut the F up. Like, this is stupid. This is real stupid. Okay. Nekki, I think you need to push harder. I think you need to do more. You need to get more Slugger Boys. You're not close to the, I don't think you're close to the Guinness World Record yet. Okay, Mega Armored Knobs. Bloody Monsters, all his generators are really decaying here. Still pretty good economy because of the double global and stuff. Orks also has a decaying economy, but now he's doing a massive engagement here. This might actually break the game for Bloody Monster. Okay, good John Cena beam potentially. Yeah, stops a lot of firepower. But I think he's just... All these Orks are just going into the front line. But I think this John Cena beam is only delaying the inevitable. Lots of firepower from Orks. There's no Guinness World Record for Nekki. He want to win instead. Yeah, this restored monolith is going down. And I think that spells the end for Bloody Monster. Bit of a visual bug happening here. Yeah, we even get us... Just to make matters worse, we even attack on this side and get this relic. So we can't even get this restored monolith, I'm sure. Yeah. We still have the Squiggoth. We did some good repair on it. He's good to go. Okay, but we get the essence of the Deceiver. Really good at possessing squads. Did we just take over the squad and then deleted them? But yeah, he possesses squads. I think it's a bug that you can take over the units and then delete them instantly. I think it's normally set to be a no-go. Bloody Monster is getting the restored monolith. So yeah, not having the relic will still give you the ability to get... Oh. This restored monolith is kind of a faker. Yeah, we're just waiting for the inevitable at this point. Bloody Monster can't recover. His economy is even kind of bad for this point in the game because of the decaying. I mean, same deal with Orks, I would imagine. No, it's still pretty decent. It's actually pretty good. Ah, yeah. Yeah, Bloody Monster calls the GG. This was a very interesting game. I felt a little uncomfortable because certain stuff happens in the game that I'm not completely comfortable with understanding the mechanisms of what's going on here and there, but that's how it is. We all learn from time to time. Really well played by Nekki. It was a very long game, so I'm gonna try and be very concrete about it, but it's going to be hard for me. I just felt like he played the map really damn good. Necrons at no point in this game, pretty much ever, was on the offense. There was some times where the Necron Lord went over here with the listening post, but he always had to respond to Nekki doing some crazy stuff over here and then attacking here and stuff. He was always on the offense, Nekki. And that meant Necrons couldn't do some funny backdoor or whatever and had to actually be defensive for once. And so all Bloody Monster could respond with was getting these critical locations. So it's not like Battle Marshes where the relics as well are a little bit exposed. No, here we only have critical locations because this relic is relatively close to the base of Orks. And then, yeah, Orks always kept up in tech, kept up in eco. There was some few small-ish mistakes with the critical locations, but I mean that's really not it. Like it's not a big deal in the bigger picture. So really well played to Nekki, I felt like. He really sick performance. I like the way that he went tier 3. Yeah, he got some flash kits and stuff, but he immediately went for tier 4. I really liked it. And yeah, I felt like Necrons, like as soon as we get to tier 4, it's just GG because, I don't know, like the Squigga, all these tier 3 units from Orks, and then on top of that, the looter tanks, it just becomes really dumb. So well played to Nekki. Good bounce back. That was well played. I have a feeling this looked like a tournament game. This game and the other game, it looked like a tournament game. I got Burger Cup 21 vibes when I watched this. There's just something about how these players play when they go up against each other in tournaments. It's always a little different. But really well played to Nekki. I think I've said that several times, so I'm just going to end this. No, oh my god, we need to look at stats. We need to look at stats. Did we get the Guinness World Record? Not even close. Nekki, he chose to win the game instead of just, you know, YOLO with all your Slugger boys. So there's a kudos to Nekki for winning the game, but I'm a little disappointed he didn't go for the Guinness World Record. So not so good for Nekki. But I'm happy that you guys still are watching, even though I'm right now dropping a lot of videos. But I'm glad you guys are enjoying it. Hope you'll enjoy this one as well. Have a good one, guys. Peace.